My name's William Timmons. I represent South Carolina's 4th Congressional District. It's Greenville and Spartanburg counties in the upstate of South Carolina. I was in the state senate for 2 years, and I was a prosecutor, started a CrossFit gym, I own a yoga studio and law practice. So I've done a bunch of different things. I'm also in the South Carolina Air National Guard as a JAG officer. I think a lot of Republicans have the same story. I got mad at the government. As a small business owner, I was spending all my time on taxes and regulation, and it was just very frustrating. And I was elected to Congress in the 116th, sworn in January 3 years ago now, about 2 years ago. Being on financial services as a freshman was very fortunate. And I was originally on education, labor, and budget, and I was fortunate enough to get on in October of 2019, so a year and a half. I always think it's very strange that we'll give anyone a loan to go get a philosophy graduate degree, let them rack up $250,000 of debt where there's no necessary return on that investment on the other side. But if you have an idea, want to start a small business, it's virtually impossible to get a loan. An individual can work really hard to make their business successful, and the government is inevitably in the way of that. It's never facilitating that. We could create a program to facilitate loans to small business owners, but I would say just remove the government red tape to actually creating a business. Large corporations have compliance departments. I was my compliance department as a small business owner, and we shouldn't create unnecessary burden and unnecessary regulations, overly complex taxation structures that suck time away from small business owners. During our hearing, I was just kind of shocked at the different views between Republicans and Democrats. And some of my colleagues across the aisle believe that Americans are too stupid to invest in the stock market and should have an impediment to investing is just beyond my comprehension. Anybody that wants to invest in the stock market, invest in a business, should be allowed to do so. I think it's fantastic that we're giving everyday Americans a platform to invest and to benefit from the U.S. economy's growth. The biggest thing is leave them alone and stop threatening overly burdensome regulation. Stop threatening to do a financial transaction tax. Stop threatening things. We just need to create stability to allow the economy to thrive. The basic difference between Republicans and Democrats in Congress right now is what is the role of government. And I believe the government needs to do as little as possible and stay out of everybody's way. And most Democrats believe that the government is the greatest force for good in the history of mankind and should take steps to protect people because they don't know any better. So that's kind of the question that we're going to be having this year repeatedly.